Hello, gorgeous and sexy mateys of the internet. It's me, Yusef, and I'm back to consider more multi-classes you may not have for probably the most underrated class in 5e, the Ranger. Whee! Now first, I think Rangers get a lot of hate, and they don't need to. I feel like they suffer for two main reasons. Firstly, they are super specialized, and a lot of their abilities are very situational. The second reason is what I call the curse of the all-rounder. They are built for ranged DPS, but they can be a frontline tank, a healer, or an Operation Sneaky Sneak. The problem is they aren't as good at it as some of the classes that are built for it. Why are you only moderately competent at this? So, how do you fix this? Common solutions suggest Druid or Rogue, due to them being tied to similar stats and having synergizing roles. But allow me to propose an alternative. Sorcerer. Now, Yusef, I hear you stutter, a look of charmed exasperation gracing your features. We are looking for synergy. How does adding magical artillery help? Well, firstly, I would ask, when does setting things on fire ever not help? But secondly, there is a lot about sorcerers that fills the gaps in a ranger's skill set. Fire! First up, rangers lack the utility of cantrips. A single level of sorcerer grants you 4 from a pretty comprehensive list. Don't bother with the ranged attack stuff, that's what your bow is for, and none of it works with Hunter's Mark anyway. Plus, your charisma probably isn't stellar, so the to-hit bonus won't be great. This is for pure utility. So, go with Shape Water, Prestidigitation, or any of the ones that start with M. Okay, so we've buffed general utility. Now let us consider the spells. You get 2, and sorcerers have a bunch of great ones. But Yusef, your radiant awareness once again gently interjects. You've already suggested that our charisma is not that great, so that would hamper any offensive spells we take. Well, you are correct, and a bit dishy if you don't mind me saying. But you can sidestep this issue by taking spells that don't rely on stats. You see, rangers are pretty decent in melee. At level 5, with a pair of short swords and Hunter's Mark up, you're looking at potentially 6d6 plus 8 damage a round. Where they suffer is durability, and sorcerers can help in a number of ways. The big one is shield. Rangers don't have a ton of spell slots, but they usually have more than they need. They're mainly just for Hunter's Mark. My other suggested addition to what I call the Arsenal of Nope is Absorb Elements. With this pair, you can burn a spell slot to either half a big chunk of incoming damage, or just crank up your AC by 5, and both of these can be done as a reaction. Not only have you not taken a single spell that relies on your middling charm, but you also haven't intruded into the main challenge of the Ranger, action economy. Whee! The last element in the Arsenal of Nope is Draconic Bloodline. This buffs your HP by 1, which is fine, I guess. But more crucially, makes your base AC 13 plus your dex. By level 5, your dex should be at least 18 for a ranger, so with shield, that makes your AC 22 at will. So doff that armor and start raw dogging those combats. So there you have it. A single level dip and you got a dex fighter opponents will struggle to hit, with some real utility options and a bit more magic in the tank. It's also worthy to note that everything we've said here works almost as well for a rogue. As I always say, if you're gonna be an all-rounder, be the all-roundest you can be. Been saying it for years. At least 2 or 3 times a week. Honestly, it's kind of weird to have an appropriate context to use it in. Stay tuned for more multi-classes you may not have considered. With me, Yusef! Don't forget to like and subscribe, you wee scallywags. Avast for now!
Soul Syndra?
Yeah, this is another one where the classes synergize, but the names don't.
Actually kind of like Rangerer.
More rangy than the Ranger? Yeah, I tried this one in a one-shot once. The DM had a nickname for it by the end.
Yeah?
Dodgy f***er.